Warriors ranked number 9 in future power rankings as post-Curry era looms. San Francisco, the Golden State Warriors, one of the NBA's most decorated franchises of the past decade, find themselves at a crossroads. With Stephen Curry still performing at an elite level but now in the latter stages of his career, the organization faces the difficult balance of remaining contenders today while preparing for tomorrow. That delicate balance was reflected in ESPN's latest Future Power Rankings, which attempt to project team strength across the next 3 to 5 seasons. Golden State landed at number 9 overall, a spot that recognizes their continued relevance but also underscores the looming uncertainty once Curry's time is over. Why the Warriors landed at number 9? The rankings evaluate franchises across 5 categories: players, management, money, market, and draft. Golden State's results paint the picture of a team still highly competitive, but already grappling with age, financial strain, and a thin pipeline of young talent. Players: number 10 Curry, Draymond Green, and newcomer Jimmy Butler. 3 keep the Warriors competitive, but all are 35 or older. With only 2 years of guaranteed contracts remaining for the core, the long-term forecast weakens. Money: number 18 Golden State routinely tops the league in payroll. Under the NBA's new collective bargaining agreement, penalties for heavy spending are harsher, limiting flexibility to make big moves. Draft: behind 13 teams, years of late selections and uneven results, including the failed James Wiseman experiment, leave the Warriors without clear successors to carry the torch. Market: number 4 The Bay Area remains a financial powerhouse, with Chase Center revenue streams and global brand appeal continuing to elevate the franchise's profile. Management: number 5 Despite criticism for recent caution, the Warriors' leadership, led by Joe Lacob and Mike Dunleavy Jr., is still considered among the league's best. A team featuring 3 players 35 or older and under contract for only the next 2 seasons should be a cause of concern, an ESPN insider wrote. But if the 20-7 record after the All-Star break and first-round playoff series win against Houston were indications, then there is some staying power for Stephen Curry, Draymond Green, Jimmy Butler III and the rest of the Warriors roster. Because of the great unknown post-Curry in 2027, this ranking is likely the high-water mark with this group. A veteran core still in the fight. For now, the Warriors' championship DNA remains intact. Curry continues to defy age, still among the most efficient scorers in the league. Draymond Green remains a defensive maestro, quarterbacking Golden State schemes on both ends. Butler, though also past his prime, adds toughness, experience, and a proven playoff pedigree. This trio, complemented by role players like Andrew Wiggins and Jonathan Kuminga, powered the Warriors to a strong second half of last season, including a 20-7 record after the All-Star break and a first-round playoff victory against the Houston Rockets. The performance reaffirmed that when healthy, Golden State remains a legitimate postseason threat, but the looming challenge is sustainability. The age question. Time, however, is undefeated. Stephen Curry will be 38 years old by 2026. While he has redefined longevity for smaller guards, the physical toll of leading an offense is unavoidable. Draymond Green is 35, and though his defensive IQ keeps him valuable, quickness and mobility inevitably decline with age. Jimmy Butler III also turns 35, and injuries have begun to creep into his resume. Together, they form one of the oldest cores in the league, and while experience has its benefits, it also carries risk. One significant injury could alter the team's entire trajectory. Off-season conservatism raises eyebrows. In the past, the Warriors were known for bold decisions, trading for Andre Iguodala in 2013, signing Kevin Durant in 2016, or paying record-breaking luxury tax bills to keep their dynasty intact. This off-season, however, has been notably quiet. Golden State has been one of the least active teams, opting not to chase splashy additions or dramatic trades. They still have open roster spots heading into training camp. Analysts believe this approach signals 2 things. 1. Confidence in the current group. Management believes Curry and Green can still anchor a contender, provided the supporting cast holds. 2. Strategic restraint. By avoiding more long-term commitments, the front office keeps options open for what many see as an inevitable rebuild in the second half of the decade. Where the Warriors still need help, even with a veteran-heavy roster, Golden State has pressing needs. Role players' depth has been a consistent weakness since their 2022 title run. Veterans such as Al Horford, mentioned as a possible target, could help stabilize the rotation. Youth development. Kuminga has shown flashes, but Golden State still lacks a young player ready to take over once Curry steps aside. Moses Moody remains more of a role player than a cornerstone. Durability: the Warriors can't afford major injuries to Curry or Draymond. Both have carried heavy workloads and risk wearing down over an 82-game season. The path to 2028, contenders or rebuilders? The big question hanging over Golden State is whether they can remain a championship-caliber team all the way to 2028, 2024, 2026, with Curry still leading the way. The Warriors are legitimate contenders. If their veterans stay healthy and the front office adds the right supporting cast, another finals run is possible. 2026-2027, age will become more apparent. Curry will near 40, Green will likely be in decline, and Butler's durability could be a major issue. Expect playoff contention, but not dominance. 2027-2028, the post-Curry transition begins. Without a clear successor already in place, Golden State risks falling into the middle of the pack unless a star emerges through the draft, trade, or free agency. The West isn't getting easier. Complicating Golden State's future outlook is the strength of the Western Conference. Several young teams are already pushing their way toward the top. Denver Nuggets, with Nikola Jokic in his prime, Denver looks poised to contend 4 years. Oklahoma City Thunder, stockpiled with draft assets and a budding star in Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, OKC could be the conference's future powerhouse. Minnesota Timberwolves, with Anthony Edwards emerging as a superstar, their timeline is only beginning. San Antonio Spurs, Victor Wembanyama's development could put the Spurs back in contention sooner than expected. Against this backdrop, the Warriors' veteran reliance becomes more glaring. Younger, faster, and deeper teams are waiting to seize the throne once Golden State falters. The Curry factor. One truth remains constant: as long as Stephen Curry is on the floor, the Warriors have a chance. Curry's shooting range continues to warp defenses, his conditioning is elite, and his leadership has matured over the years. Few players in NBA history have remained this effective so deep into their 30s. The Warriors' future ranking may drop once Curry is gone, but until then, Golden State remains in the fight, and perhaps still capable of one more magical run. The Warriors' number 9 future power ranking captures the paradox of their situation. They are still contenders, but their window is narrowing. They are still innovators, but their boldness has given way to caution. They are still a dynasty, but the dynasty's end is visible on the horizon. For fans, the next 3 seasons may represent both an opportunity and a farewell, a chance to see Curry, Green, and Butler push for one more banner, and a reminder that no era lasts forever. What comes after 2027 remains the great unknown, as ESPN put it. But until then, Golden State remains what it has been for the past decade, a team no one can afford to count out.